actually gonna kill myself. Oh my god, this is like a crash out, like about to happen as fuck. Like, I think I'm crashing out.
Okay, guys. The camera's been moved up. I think this looks good. I can't tell. Let me see. I'll move it like a little bit there. Okay. So you can kind of see the line. It's just because I want to be in the middle. Oh my god. So I just want to say one thing so you guys understand. I need you guys to understand me for a second. I am a OG Crashout if there ever was an OG Crashout. And I think the thing, like with this content room, like I love it and all. And like hopefully this angle's better, but I can tell that you guys are slightly angled. And I don't think you understand the level of frustration it brings me to like not have things exactly how I need them. So sometimes with me, like I'm a perfectionist, but I suppress my perfectionism because I know it can turn into a crash out of all kinds. Like right now I'm shaking because I'm so angry. And I almost want to take it out on... No. Okay, let me just explain myself. So obviously, the reason I was having it so close is because I wanted to have these like far away shots when I have a guest so they can be sitting in the chair with me. But looking in the camera, this actually does look pretty cute. So I kind of agree with it. Also, I had some requests about the lighting change. So I did put the main light on as well as the other lights just so it's a little bit calmer because I think it was really bright. That's also probably why I nearly fainted last week, which we'll get into in a second. But otherwise, yeah, that poster kept falling down and it's making me crash out. So I'm sorry that there's a gap there, but it is what it is at this point. Like, and I feel like the camera's slightly angled and it's like, it's going to send me because I'm on verge of crash out and I'll get into it a little bit more in the podcast as we go on. But anyways, we're back, guys. The lighting's been fixed. I did nearly faint last week. I talked to a few different people. It was because of like, a combination of the lights are low-key flickering and they're like getting to me now. But when I move my podcast into my house soon, I probably won't have these lights anymore. But it was also a combination of like having the energy drink, not moving my body, being in a warm room, and also just like talking so fast and not taking breaks, which I have like an issue with doing that. So anyways, hopefully this week I don't faint. I don't have any makeup on as well, sorry, because I'm going to be doing my makeup tonight because I'm going to a rave. So I thought, let me just do a fresh face. Here's a little fit check for you. A little fresh face moment. But yeah, so I am trying the other chair today because also I just feel like this side of the room is a bit better than that side. So anyways, I don't even know what I'm saying, guys. I'm like nervous about the recording as well, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. Hello, testing. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. I don't know, guys. I'm going through it. I'm literally going through it and I was saying in my YouTube video, like I can't talk about it yet, but I'm going through it. I can't. It's a lot. So anyways, I was just going to like talk, but then I'm like, I feel like if I talk, I'm going to be like, you know, when you have something in the back of your brain, so like everything you talk about is kind of like targeting towards something. So I don't want to do that. So I did get people to ask me some questions on my Niknok'D podcast Instagram. If you're not following it, go and follow it. So I'm going to be answering some of the questions now just to start me off. And then I want to like talk a little bit about pitch this week and a little bit about my crash out that's happening, but not just yet. And yeah, just some other things. Sorry that I keep putting the microphone really low. To the Spotify listeners, you guys probably thinking, what the fuck is happening, guys? A lot of things. Oh, by the way, I have to try and swear less. Okay, I'm going to try and swear less this episode because you know what I realized, guys? So at BTV, they have a podcast stage. And wouldn't it be so freaking cool if I got my podcast to be at the podcast stage of BTV? I don't know about this year, but maybe next year. But this year would be really cool. So if we can get my podcast to like enough streams, enough listens, enough like people loving it, that would be really, really cool if I could do that. And I feel like that would be fun because I feel like I am the CEO of BTV at this point. So that is a goal of mine that I want to try and achieve. I thought about it last week. Like it came to me and I'm like, oh my God, that would be so freaking sick. So if we'll just try, like, I don't know, maybe they'll put something up like, who do you guys want a podcast? Maybe they'll do something like that on the BTV Instagram. So then I'll get you guys to spam comment me because I feel like I'd be good at talking just to like all of you. Like, I feel like it'd be fun. And plus I assume the people who come to the podcast stages are like the people who come there they like want to listen to them. So if I was talking to people who didn't know me, I'd be like, oh my God, girl. But if it's people who knew me, then I'd feel like a lot more chill. Anyways, we're going to read the questions. Okay, guys, bear with me. I'm going to have a drink of water quickly. Hold on. Because I don't want to faint. Like last time. That water bottle's ruining the aesthetic. Let me put it on the floor. I actually like this camera angle better. Okay, shout out to the guy who told me to move it. I was going to crash out before when doing this because I was thinking you're making my life so much more difficult, but like I actually appreciate you. Okay. Do you want to do content creation forever, or would you want to end up in a different job? Interesting question because of what I'm going through right now. One of the things I do want to go into a different like field of work. I still want to do content creation. I would love to do this for the rest of my life, but it is a bit, not that it's like a stressful job, but it is something where like, it sounds bad and it wouldn't be for everyone, but I guess like the older you get, the more people who are going to come into it, the more competition that's going to happen and the harder I feel like it would be to sustain. Obviously, I would love to do this forever. I would love to take you guys through my whole life and freaking be a family vlogger, and I would try and do that, but I still want to also have like a stable other job as well. So right now, I was talking about it in my YouTube video, I do want to get like another job that's like a stable, proper income so that when I do anything with content creation, it's just out of pure creativity and passion. And obviously I can make money from it too, but not doing things just because it's like, okay, I need to make money as well. But I do have other careers that I want to go into. Like I've always wanted to work at a childcare center. Like I've always just wanted to be around kids and stuff. So that is something I'll potentially like to go back into studying or something. But I'm also looking at different routes because I have nothing against being a corporate girly. And I've always kind of, even though like I know it can be really boring, I've kind of romanticized that just because I have such a brain that's constantly going at 1,000 miles an hour. So when I'm in a job where I kind of have to sit and focus and then I can go home and forget about it, I love that shit. Like when I worked at Officeworks in print and copy, and it would be like freaking printing people's stuff for the whole shift. It would go by in the blink of an eye because I didn't have time to think. But if a corporate job I had time to think, I'd probably KMS. But anyway, and then I would go home and I would just forget about it. But with like social media, when you're like in the job, you're like constantly like thinking about it 24/7. Or like if I was in childcare, I would have to be like with kids and talking and being interacting with people 24/7. But if I could go to a job where I have to like do stuff on a computer, I feel like, I don't know, like I feel like the way my brain works, I feel like I'd be okay. And like cute little office siren outfits, like that's what I think. I romanticize everything with like the outfits and the aesthetic. That's how I get through life. Like I've always just romanticized things, and maybe that sounds really bimbo-ish, maybe that sounds really like, girl, you don't know what you're talking about, like, but I feel like the way I get through life is by romanticizing things, like always. And I feel like that's like a good way to get through life anyway. So that's my answer to that question. Where's your phone case from? This is from Velvet Caviar. How do you handle disagreements and conflicts in your long-term relationship? Okay. Well, I think it's really important to have arguments, like disagreements in your relationship, because it means that you guys want to see eye to eye. I feel like if you never can be bothered arguing with your partner, you don't really care if you don't agree on something. To me, that's a sign of like you don't actually value them that much. Like this is your partner, it's your long-term other half. Like you should want to agree on things because you're in this for life. Like you're in this together for life. Like you should want to have agreements and stuff. So for me, I like to talk things out straight away. I'm more of an anxious attached person. If something happens, I process it so fast and want to talk it out. Josh would always like, he needs time to process things. So, and I'm so bad with that. But I feel like with me, what I do is just be open and communicate really openly. I'm someone that like I don't read between the lines. I don't understand sarcasm. I'm so gullible. I need people to be very clear with me. Like I don't do metaphors. You know, when I keep checking if it's on. I don't know. Like I would have switched it off magically. But you know when I would so do that anyway. But you know when someone like, they don't just freaking say what the problem is. Like, just tell me what the problem is. I don't read between the lines. Just freaking say to me clearly, I don't like when you did this. It upsets me when you do that. Like, I don't like when it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, you know when someone just speaks in metaphors? Like, oh my God, even my dad does that sometimes. Like when he's like talking about something going on, like it's almost like he speaks in the metaphor instead of just actually saying what he wants to say. And it frustrates me because I get so confused because I'm such an overthinker that like, if you tell me something in a metaphor, I will overthink that metaphor to something that it doesn't mean in a situation it doesn't relate to. So anyway, the way you get over things like that, I guess, is literally just communication. But if you find that you and your partner can't communicate the same way, then it probably just isn't going to work. Okay, I can't. I'm going to crash out. Okay. What kind of person were you in high school? I was like just loud, goofy, talk back to teachers, was just a little shit with my friends. I feel like people ask me that because they want me to be like, I was a mean girl. I wasn't a mean girl. It wasn't even possible. We didn't, like, our school was so small. There was 22 people in the whole year level that I was in. So I feel like everyone kind of had their groups, and if anyone wanted to have attitude, they had attitude with each other, and that was literally it. Like, yeah, I was just more like just goofy and a bit of a clown. Like I should have locked in more. I should have stopped talking. Like I could never stop talking. Like I got in trouble for talking up until my last day of year 12. Like every single day, I just couldn't fucking control myself. And I was like in the principal's office in year 12. Like I was always getting in trouble. So I was just a bit of like naughty basically. But yeah. But I feel like I got along with everyone. Like, I don't know. If you could be on any reality show, what would it be? I would want to be on Big Brother, but in the 2000s when they do like the Friday night challenges and they do fucking weird shit. Like when they put the Tina girl inside like a hot dog bun and like rolled her. Like I want to be on that shit. I want to be doing that kind of public humiliation stuff, but not like sexual public humiliation where like some of these shows are just so like vulgar. I don't want to do that shit. I want to do goofy shit that's embarrassing. Thank you. How many kids do you want to have in the future? I want to have 3 kids. I would like to have 2 girls and 1 boy, but then I feel like the boy needs a brother, so maybe it would end up being 4 kids. Ideally, it would be like 2 boys and then 2 girls, and it would be like one of the sets would like one of them would be twins, so I can just be pregnant 3 times. But I feel like 4 kids is a lot. Like I have 3 brothers, and it's like frick, it's actually like a lot of kids. But if they're all around the same age, it wouldn't be as bad. If you want a Y2K baddie, what style would you choose? I honestly feel like I would want to be like Insta baddie, like basic bitch Insta baddie. I just feel like that would suit me the most. Like there's obviously other styles I really, really like, but I just feel like my body type and stuff, I feel like I would do Insta baddie, like just because like thick thighs or something. Like, yeah. Your parents seem strict with your relationship. Is there anything you're not allowed to do? My parents were strict, but like as I got older, they were better. Not really. Like we've gone on holidays before and like sleepovers at his house, not at my house. We're not allowed to have sleepovers in my house. And for ages, we weren't allowed to shut my bedroom door at my house, but now we just do because we're upstairs, so it doesn't really matter. What did you do for content before? What did you do for work for content creating? I was working in Office Works because I was in school, and then I was working at Lululemon while I was content creating. How does your fake tan always look so good? Well, I haven't worn fake tan since like last year. I don't even remember. It was like before Europe, like literally like last year in like July, I think. I use the Australian Glow one at the moment, and I just don't scrub my body that much in the shower, and I moisturize after every single shower. That's basically it. But right now I've just been naturally tanned, but it's slowly starting to fade, so it's kind of sad, but whatever. Tips to improve your style. I love your aesthetic, but it's still pretty basic. But I love your aesthetic, but still dress pretty basic because it's too cold. I thought you were saying that I dress pretty basic. I was like, excuse me. No, it's fine. I don't care if I dress basic, but I don't know. But I don't know. Like, how to impress, like accessories, I feel like get bangles, get bracelets, necklaces, earrings, rings, cute handbags. Like I feel like the way to jazz up an outfit is like if you got a vintage Guess handbag, it makes any outfit look cute. Like if you want to dress pretty basic because you feel more comfortable, that's so fine. But like accessorize, do your makeup really cunty. I feel like that can really elevate your look. I feel like accessories and also not being scared to mix colors and patterns. Like that's what I've been starting to do. Like this past like 6 months, I've been doing so many accessories and colors and patterns, even though at first it's a bit overwhelming. Like it actually feels so good to dress like that, and it really elevates your looks as well, I would say. Oh no, I lost where all the questions are. Bloody hell. Hold on, girl. How old were you when you... Oh my God, next. How does it feel to have such a large amount of followers? It's cool. I don't even like, I disassociate from it. Like I don't assume it's me. I feel like it's like my internet persona that has the followers. Like in my head, I don't know how to explain it. Like it's the same way, like, you know, when you look at a celebrity and you're like, how does it feel to be a celeb? They're probably just living their life and like just disassociate themselves, because if you really deep the fact that like, oh, I've got 700K followers, like if I deep that, that's insane. And my brain also can't comprehend it. And my brain also just like belittles it. And it's like, oh, those are probably all like, they're probably like not even active accounts. Like no one's even watching you. Like, you know how that's how my brain works anyway. But it feels real. Feel really, really grateful, and I love it. And I love that I have an audience, because I feel like my whole life I've always just talked to myself or to my pretend audience. So it's really awesome to have like a real audience and be able to interact with you guys as well, because I do truly feel like I'm never alone. Like if I need to like write something somewhere or post something, like people comment and interact, and I just never truly feel alone, which I think is really, really cool. I could just jump on live stream and talk to people. Like that's so cool. Okay, hold on. I'm like skipping a couple. What age do you want kids at? Just before I turn 30, I want to have like at least one, and then like 30, 31, 32, I'll have my last few. How did I get into content creating? I got into content creating because I just started making TikToks for fun, because I always film myself my whole life since I was like 9. And then I just had a few blow up because it wasn't really big in Australia. So I feel like I was one of the first Aussie girls to do TikTok. I'm not even joking, because I started doing it in 2018. And that happened with that. Yeah. What do you plan on doing in the future? I would like to get another job, as I said, and I do want to travel more, but I'm not really looking too far ahead. I feel like people say like your 5-year plan and stuff, but I'm not even trying to look that far ahead at the moment. I'm trying to just be really present and enjoy my 20s and stuff like that. And then wherever life takes me, it takes me. Like, I don't want to look too far ahead because I feel like I'm going to wish my life away. Do you know what I mean? But that's just how I am as a person as well. Like, if I have something really exciting far ahead, like if I've got if I had BTV booked and planned right now, I would just be wishing it to be BTV. Like, that's just the type of person I am. It's ridiculous. What do you do when you have days where you just feel gross and depressed? Mostly those would be like just before my period. When it comes to like days like that, I try and like shower, wash my hair, shave my legs, like do a beauty treatment to make me feel a little bit better about the way I look and feel. Maybe like tidy up my room, declutter. When it comes to like exercise, when I feel really gross and stuff, I don't like doing weightlifting. I feel like when I do like anything to do with like lifting heavy, I become really angry and upset. So I like to just do cardio, like just walking on the treadmill or something. That makes me feel a lot better. But I really just try not to get myself in those places in the first place. Like if I feel myself feeling, I just like to keep myself busy and like, I don't know, like sometimes I online shop or something. Like it seems stupid, but like just getting yourself out of the start of like what you feel like is about to be like a bad day is so, so important, because I've had days where I feel like, oh my God, I don't like tomorrow I'm going to be upset. I can just tell it's going to be a shitty day. And I'll be like, no, I'm going to get up, get dressed, do something. And it ends up like being okay. Even if like at the end of the day you come back and you're like, oh my God, I'm so wrecked. Like I low-key should have just stayed in bed. You'll be like glad that you went out and did something, or like, I don't know. That's kind of what I do. Last one. What helped you with not caring about what others thought on social media? I think because I just like enjoy my own presence so much. Like if that sounds weird, like I just love watching back the stuff I make. So like if someone was to judge it, I don't care, because like I just love it so much. Like if I was to do a really Y2K outfit and someone's commented like that's so tacky, I'm like, I don't care because I love it. Like what do you mean? I feel like something about me, it's like I've had this like kind of selfish thing growing up where it's like if I love it, I don't really care what other people have to say. Like if I'm having fun, like I'm not really bothered if someone else doesn't like it. Obviously I'm not doing anything to harm anyone, but like I don't really care. It's like, okay, that's your problem. If you don't like what I'm doing, like, okay, you're the one experiencing the negative thought. I'm not, because I'm having a good time, because I'm having fun. Like, do you know what I mean? So with social media, like when someone's like, oh, nervous to post or nervous to wear something because they think, and I'm like, girl, no one actually gives that much of a fuck. Like they might for a second. And if they do care enough to like send your videos, like, oh my God, bro, they're such a loser. Even when I've been in a state where I'm like, judging someone, like not judging them in a way of like, oh, cringe, they're posting, or like if there's just an influencer that I don't, I'm like, oh, they're so annoying. Like I'm usually saying that in a place of like insecurity when I'm like in a bad headspace, or like if I'm just not feeling myself. So you have to remember that those people being like that probably feel really, really shit about themselves, because if they were confident and happy and having the best life, they would not look at someone else just doing something that they like and be like, what the fuck, that's so cringe. Like I feel like when I'm happy, I'm like, everyone deserves to be happy. Like, do you know what I mean? So those people are just sad. That's how I like to think. Anyways, guys, okay, now we're going to get into pitch, because people were asking me to talk about pitch and how pitch was. I talked about it. I did like a little bit of a vlog on my YouTube. I enjoyed pitch not as much as BTV. I feel like I'm a basic bitch when it comes to festivals, and that's okay. I feel like there's like a hierarchy of festivals, and also the attendance. I feel like they're just so competitive. Like, I don't know, like people just like to bag the other festivals. Like the higher up you go in like the grunginess of the festival, the more they are like, it seems like judgy people that bag the lower one down. Like everyone likes to bag BTV and say, oh, it's so cringe and commercial and basic. I'm sorry. I have so much fun at BTV, and I might be a basic bitch because of that, but I don't care, because it's a good time. It's not as dirty. I like the commercial fact. I like that there's a stage that plays like freaking rap music and other random shit, because it gives me like a little bit of break of techno. Like I'm sorry that I don't want to be in the bush, covered in dust, in between trees, no access to internet, and shit in a hole. Like, I'm sorry that I don't want to do that. And that's not hating. Like, you know what? I might do esoteric one year. I might do strawberry. I might do something like that. But I just feel like the people that judge those who want to go to the more commercial ones, like BTV, like, what are you doing? Like, let people live their life. Like, no one is coming for you, like, because you want to be all earthy and stuff. Like, and I'm not coming for anyone who goes to SO. It's just like the attitude I've seen from people who do go to like SO and like the more grungy ones is like judgment. Like I've literally had someone like say to my face like, oh, BTV girl, like that is so basic, and like, oh, like, and I'm just like, okay, well, I have a good time, and I care about having a good time more than anything else. I did enjoy pitch, but I think it was way too hot for me to enjoy. Like it was so extremely hot that I couldn't go out till night, and I was so tired. I can't stay up late. Like it goes till 5 a.m, bro. I can't. I struggle enough at BTV to stay up till freaking 3. Like I can't stay up till 5. I nearly died the last night. I tried to stay up till 5, and I had to keep sitting on the dance floor. I'm thinking everyone probably thinks I'm mangled right now, but I'm literally just sitting because I'm falling asleep as I'm dancing. Like it's cooked. So I did enjoy it, but guys, I honestly think if you're a bit of a diva, just stick to BTV. Like, okay, I'm a prim and proper princess, whatever the fuck diva. I need to stop swearing. I'm going to just stick with BTV. Like, it's just easier for me to just go to something like that. yeah, like I couldn't. Like I want to try and do SO or strawberry or something, but I'm just like, I don't know if I can do it, guys. Like I've never been a camper. I've never been into that stuff. Like I can't handle it. Like I honestly want to do like a festival where I can go and stay off site and come back, because I don't know if I can handle these hot as tents. Like I need my sleep. Like, do you know what I mean? But anyways. Okay, now I'm going to talk about my crash out. Like I'm going through something and it's fine. And honestly, guys, I relate to Bad Barbie, whatever, the Bad Baby. I always thought it was Bad Barbie, but obviously it's Bad Baby. I relate to her being the OG crash out, because does anyone else feel like they were the OG crash out? Like I feel like every girl in their teenage years is a crash out in their house. Like they crash out, and unfortunately, like Bad Baby, she just had to do, well, not even unfortunately because it worked out for her in the end, but she just had it like online because of Dr. Phil. But I feel like we were all like that. Maybe not as bad as like calling our grandma a hoe or whatever. Oh, who is you? Like we weren't doing that. Like I wouldn't say that to my grandma. Oh my God, maybe I should make a TikTok prank after this, saying to my barker, like, oh, who is you? Like I should do that. But anyway, we were all crash outs, and I'm just like, I relate to her so much now. Like I've listened to her song a couple of times. Like, okay, I don't relate to her lyrics because they're pretty crazy, but like I'm just in my crash out era, and I'm trying to be careful, because like when I've been a crash out before, like especially online, because remember I had a TikTok spam account and I would crash out when people left me hate comments, and I would be like, guys, this person said something, and then all my followers would go and bully that person. It's so bad, but also it's like, don't say something mean to me, because I love my fan base. You guys are all freaking loyal as fuck. And I just like, I feel like we all just abuse that, because we all ganged up and we're like, we're going to get them. Like one time someone was like, said something, I'm not even going to get into the story, but they referred to like my followers as the Niknok'D army. Like period. Yes, it is the Niknok'D army. What the fuck do you mean? Like that's why I love you guys though, because I feel like we're all on the same page, because I'm the same for like the people like the creators I care about. Why is this scaring me? Because why is like it not, hello? It's like not showing any volume. Wait, I'm going to have a little intermission, guys, because I'm really nervous right now. It was recording, guys. I tried to lie to myself and say that I'm going to do this all in one take today. I'm not going to have to edit much, but I'm definitely going to have to, because I was crashing out. Anyways, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, the Niknok'D army. Yeah, so we are a crash out army as well, I would say. We're not an annoying army though, but like, guys, I was thinking about the other day, like there are some creators like love them, but like, bro, like I feel like they've built a following of people that just bully them, and like I'm just not gonna do that. Like I had like a video, a collab I posted like a few weeks ago, and I had a couple people kind of almost like correct me about something in the collab, and I was like, look, I'm not doing this. Like I'm not, like there may be some like creators that you guys can bully like in their videos and bully their followers in the comments too into like changing their views on something, but I'm just not that type of person. Like if I change my views on something, it's because I want to. I've researched it myself. I've myself been influenced by other things. Like I'm never going to change my views because people in the comments want to be like mean and harass me about it, because that's just not how you get people to side with you. Like the way you get people to agree with you is through love and showing them like how things are. Like, do you know what I mean? But also at the same time, like doing something through love is not saying, and I've gotten this comment a couple times, and I'm not coming for anyone who said it, but people who want to like give me criticism, they start it with I love you but. I feel like you should never use I love you but. Like just say, hey girl, like why don't you do this and this? Like I feel like saying I love you but makes me feel like, oh my God, don't say I love you but, because it's like saying like I actually don't love you. I'm just saying that so that you don't get triggered. But maybe you guys are thinking that because I've always given like triggered girl. But I swear I'm not as triggered as some of these, why am I saying triggered so weird? As some of these other ladies though. Anyways, so, but yeah, like, I've, like, watched creators, like, have that as their audience, and I'm just, like, I feel really bad for you, because, like, you've kind of built this yourself, like, this, like, audience of people who feel like they can tell you what to do, you know what I mean? Oh, another subject, okay, cancel culture, oh my God, I know everyone's talking about cancel culture. I want to talk about something to do with cancel culture that I feel like no one talks about, and it's the fact that cancel culture doesn't just affect the freaking creator being cancelled, it affects all of the viewers too, because what do you mean? What do you mean, like, an influencer or creator can get cancelled for something they did, or maybe something they did 7 years ago, whatever the fuck. I don't really give a fuck what they, like, did right now. I'm not talking about that. But what do you mean that the people who normally watch them now have to be freaking scared about watching them, now have to be scared about saying that they watch them? Like, what do you mean? Why do we all have to suffer? I didn't do the thing. It shouldn't be my fault. Like, just because I want to watch someone do their makeup, I'm not allowed to tell you that I want to watch it. Like, for example, like, okay, Jeffree Star. We know Jeffree Star is crazy. But sometimes, like, his old videos are really funny to watch. And, like, I don't want to be scared to say that sometimes I watch his videos. Or another example, Trisha Paytas, like a lot of people don't like her. I think she's redeemed herself. But anyway, I haven't actually watched her podcast in ages, though, I will say. But, like, people made me feel weird because they said I watch her podcast. And it's like, why should I be in trouble for something that she did? Like, sorry that I want to be entertained and watch the hot topics. Like, I'm not saying that I agree with what she did. It's like watching, like, your favorite old movie with, like, a freaking actor in it who's actually, like, a POS. But it's your favorite old movie. Like, you're still going to watch it because you're watching it for the movie, not because you're, like, you think that person is right all the ways. Like, why does cancel culture...
that's why it's so annoying, because it doesn't just affect the person, it affects everyone else, because now everyone else has to be forced to jump on the bandwagon when it's like, maybe it's just like, oh, yuck that they did that, but like, let me just still watch them talk about the bloody hot topics. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I was thinking about that the other day because I was thinking about the cancelled podcast tour. Now, I don't actually watch the cancelled podcast, and I like Tana. I've never been a big Tana fan. Like, I've never watched her YouTube videos. Like, I'm not saying I don't like her, but I've never just been crazy about her. So, this isn't really coming into the defense, but obviously Brooke Schofield has said some really, like, in my opinion, gross things before, and honestly, out of my own choice, when I saw the thing she said, I was a bit like, okay. And like, I'm not that I don't like her, but I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm not really like that big of a fan of her, so I never really watched the Cancel podcast anyway, but I'm just kind of like, I'm not gonna tune into the stuff she does, whatever. But my friend asked me to come to the Cancel podcast, so guys, I wouldn't go because I don't watch the fucking podcast, and I don't really like Brooke that much, but not in like a bad way, like I hate her, but like, I just feel like the thing she said like kind of grossed me out, so like, I'm just kind of personally, out of my own choice, being like, okay, I don't want to view this, not because everyone's being like, don't watch it, you watch it, you're a piece of shit, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's just my own choice. But I was thinking, bro, imagine I had to tell people that I was going to the cancelled podcast. So I feel like people would come for me for going to that because like Tana and Brooke have both been cancelled. And it's like, how crazy would that be that I could be potentially cancelled for going somewhere of people who are cancelled? Like that's how insane cancel culture is. It's like, oh my god, but it's kind of like by association of things. Like, you know, when someone you don't like hangs around other people, you don't like the other people because like they hang around them. So I guess it kind of makes sense in human nature, but it's just freaking annoying. Like, I don't know. But I don't have like any, like, you know, I've been seeing posts and it's like, cancel culture isn't even real. Bitch, how is it not real? I feel like it is real. I feel like I've seen so many people be cancelled and like they're done for after that. Like, yeah, maybe they can still make content, but they always get hate comments, like, or like they'll get like 30% hate comments. Like, that's enough for me to be like, yeah, I would end it all. Like, no, I wouldn't end it all. That's crazy. But like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why people say it's not real. Like, it obviously is real. Like, maybe it's annoying. Like, it's kind of crazy, but like, it's definitely real. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? It makes me nervous even talking about it because like my OCDness tells me that like if I talk about it, it's gonna happen to me. The same thing, I had like a singlet that said cancelled on it, and I was so scared to wear the singlet because I thought I was gonna like project that into my life. But that was just like, that's the way just my brain works. But it's like, I guess if you allow, it's like what I said before, like if you've got an audience that allows that to happen to you, do you know what I mean? Like people have really audiences that really defend them and stuff, so which is good, but also just don't be a shitty person. Like don't actually do shitty things. Like it's not, I don't know, it's not hard, and also like, I don't know, like, it's not hard to, like, just watch your mouth and, like, especially if you're going to become a creator, like, I don't know, just don't say stupid things, don't be a bitch, like, is it that freaking hard? Like, I don't know. But some people also, like, have all their following because they are, like, a bit bitchy, like, because people low-key love to hate them as well, which I don't know how those people survive, because I don't think I'd be okay. Like, I can think of a few off the top of my head where, like, their whole following base is honestly just fueled by, like, people not liking them, and I'm just like, how do you survive with that? Like, I honestly could not handle that. Like, that would be really, really upsetting to me. I literally, like, wouldn't survive. Anyways, so, yeah, I'm, like, in my crash out era, guys, and I'm sorry I didn't make a podcast last week. I feel like I needed another break off of pitch. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be moving my content space into my own house, but I'm going to see how I go with that because I low-key love it in this room, and also I love how this, like, room is like really quiet. Like this at my grandma's house and like it's pretty quiet here. Like at my house there's constantly noise, and if there's no one home there'll be like freaking packages coming to the door and I'll be getting disrupted and stuff. So then that kind of would give me more space, but then I'm gonna have 2 content spaces. That a little bit dramatic to have 2 content spaces, but I feel like my brain just needs to spread out. Like I love having heaps of rooms. Oh, I literally want to become a streamer as well. Like I'm in this stage of like I want to try everything. Like I want to be a streamer, like to get really rich from like streaming, and like I'll look like really cute, like, you know, get all the men to like follow me or whatever, which guys, there's literally nothing, like, is there anything wrong with that? Like, no, there isn't. Like, if you can profit off of like guys being weird, like, do it. Do you know what I mean? And we are back, and I didn't even drink water on that break. I just sat and stared into the abyss, and then I came back. I don't know why I did that. Oh my god, what I told myself I was going to talk about, my brain like completely forgot. What the fuck? Okay, I want to talk about, oh my god. Guys, imagine I faint again because like my brain, I'm having like literal memory loss. You know what it is? It's because I'm low-key going through something, and like I want to talk about it so bad and rant about it, and like, but I just can't. Like I can't bring myself to do it, and I have to like wait. I feel like people are gonna figure it out anyways. But anyways, I don't want to talk about it yet, but you guys you'll see what you see. But anyways, I've been, oh fuck, So I've got this thing of like being scared to talk about my goals because I feel like, I don't know, guys, is the evil eye real? Because whenever I talk about my goals, so let me give you an example of something that happened to me. So 2 years ago, I went on like this weight loss journey thing, and I was like losing weight, and I've been like eating on a deficit and working out for 3 months. It wasn't like a super crazy deficit or anything, but I lost like a few kilos, and I decided to make like a gym account on my Instagram. I don't know why, like I just kind of wanted to, like it was kind of like a reward for myself for like losing a bit of weight. And the moment I made the gym account, within like 3 days, I got really, really sick. Like I got like this really bad flu that gave me a chest infection that I had for like 6 weeks after that. Like I couldn't go to the gym for like 3 weeks. And then when I would go to the gym, I would be like coughing like so badly, like every time I worked out that I just couldn't go. And I swear it was like somebody like trying to get me. Like it's the same way when I like started my podcast, the microphone didn't work, or like when I went to go to the second episode, I nearly freaking fainted. And I don't know, maybe I'm just in my head, but like, do you know what I mean? Like I feel like that shit's real, and I get scared to talk about my goals and stuff before I've achieved them because I don't want to, like, I guess jinx it. Like I don't want to say what they are and then someone like, but also it's because I have this thought that someone will do that it also probably happens to me as well, like subconsciously. But I get really nervous, so I try not to say my goals anymore because I saw this post and it was like, well, I've seen a lot of posts about like saying your goals gives you like the same dopamine of achieving them. So if you keep saying that you're going to do them, like you've already gotten that dopamine hit of achieving them, so then you don't feel driven as much to achieve them. So I try not to tell people, but bro, best believe the past freaking 4 days I've been telling people all my goals, and now I'm like nervous. But like you would think that it would make you hold yourself accountable, so I'm hoping maybe it'll work that way for me. But also, bitch, I swear like it low-key doesn't. But I've just been really into the gym and like my fitness at the moment and like eating healthy, so that's what I'm going to say because I'm like nervous to like that it fails. Like I'm just so, I feel like that's the reason why I don't stick to a lot of things, because I'm just so scared of failure or like not doing it properly that like I end up just like, I don't know, like I think my brain, I see there's like so much effort it requires to do something, like for example like my podcast or my ASMR, like it requires so much effort to do it the proper way that I know I'm probably going to end up half-assing it because I'm going to get overwhelmed by the effort, and then I'm just going to stop doing it. Like even with my ASMR, like I don't do it as often as I would like to, but shit takes effort. Like even with my Instagram, the way like I've grown my Instagram a lot in the past few months is like through effort of like doing those reels, which is just so much effort to like get all the outfits together, feel like do my makeup, film, like clean up after, edit. Like it does take a lot of effort, and it is for like one 30-second video, but it's worth it because it's helped me grow my Instagram. But it's like when I actually put effort into something, like I did that consistently for a few months and my Instagram grew so much, and I haven't done it in a while. My Instagram's been pretty stagnant, but whatever. But like it really proved to me like, oh my gosh, when you actually put effort into something consistently, like you can actually achieve things. So that's what I'm trying to think. Like I feel like we give up so much. I feel like either one, because like we're scared of failure, like we're scared that we're doing all of this with because nothing in the end is gonna really benefit us, or because I guess we get lazy. Like, but is it even lazy? But it's more just like the overwhelm of the effort. Like, is that being lazy? I don't know. So like when it comes to fitness stuff, like I don't know if like I stop because I'm scared of the failure. I guess it's because I've never been at like what my goals are. I've never like actually achieved those before. So I think in my brain, a little part of me is like, you're never actually going to be able to do it. But that doesn't make any sense because scientifically you can do that. But also the other part of me is like, oh my God, it takes so much effort. And it's also so much like mental effort. Like as much as physical effort of like working out and like, you know, it's like so much mental effort to like try and eat healthy and like make yourself go to the gym and make yourself go on a walk and stuff like that. But I know it's like so worth it in the end, but it's like, oh my God, but like what I do is I watch like a lot of people's like transformation videos, and I try and be inspired by them because I'm like, okay, if someone else can do it, like I definitely can. But sometimes I feel like I'm the outlier that can't literally do that and like achieve that. And I always like get overwhelmed by like, you know, those posts. It's like, oh, I don't know. It's like not everyone can be the chosen one. Like why? Like but I guess they can. But it just confuses me. Like when I see posts on Instagram that's like, start a business, do that thing, take that step. It's like, but I want everyone to do that. Like you're insinuating that like there's particular chosen people who aren't going to stick in that 9 to 5 life, but we need people to do 9 to 5. But why is it fair for some people to like go and start a business and make all this money, but other people work 9 to 5, and like we have to just accept that those people have to work 9 to 5? Like, no, that's not fair. I think we should all be doing the same thing. My bloody hell, am I freaking communist or something? Like my brain gets so like baffled at the concept of like people being able to achieve more than others, because it doesn't seem fair. And also but it's, I guess, because not everyone can do the same thing as everyone else. Like for example, with starting a podcast, everyone can start a podcast. Not everyone will do it, and not everyone will succeed. But it's like people like, oh, keep trying, you'll succeed eventually. But it's like, but some people have to not succeed, right? Because if everyone succeeded in the podcast, then who the frick would be who would be listening? Would we all be listening to each other's podcasts and not having time to film our own? Do you guys know what I'm getting at here? I feel like I'm going crazy, but sometimes that's what I think. Like my brain just goes so much like, I need to try and like really like just bring myself down, but my brain just goes so wide of like, but what about everyone else that hasn't been able to achieve this thing that I'm trying to do? Is that what's expect? Like, oh my god, so many things go through my brain. Oh my god, OG crash out. This isn't even a crash out. This is like a quarter life crisis. Someone commented that I might be having a quarter life crisis, and honestly, I'm about to turn 24, so it might be coming. And I literally feel my frontal cortex like developing, like my prefrontal cortex or whatever. Like I feel that shit developing. Like people said, you literally feel it. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, I need to stop swearing. And Alex said that so close to the microphone, so like so intimately. People say you feel your prefrontal cortex developing, and I swear I'm literally feeling it happen. It's but you know what? Because I've gone through phases of like I don't want to wear crop tops now. I'm like no, I want to wear the most cropped of crop tops. Like are you kidding me? Like I'm going through phases of like the way I want to dress, the way I want to express myself. Like I'm feeling like obviously more like people ask how like I'm confident. It's because I'm fucking old. Like guys, I'm 23. Like, and I'm not saying like you can't, maybe you should be confident at this age if you're not, but like I'm this confident because I'm this old. Like I'm 23. Like some people don't know that I'm this old. Some people think I'm 19. Guys, no. I wouldn't be, actually, I was pretty crazy at 19 too. But like, I don't know, just everything just comes with age. And I literally feel like my frontal cortex is developing and like I'm starting to think about things different. And I'm making decisions that are really like actually thinking about my future for once in my life. And like, I don't know, it's like scaring me because like, I don't want to like change, like I don't want like who I am to change and stuff, but also like maybe this has changed me into like who I'm going to be for the rest of my life, which is a good thing. Because I feel like when you're a teenager, bro, you're just all over the shop. And even like the first like couple years of like your 20s and stuff, you're just trying to grasp the fact that you're not a teenager anymore and you're an adult. But like, bitch, I'm literally an adult. Like I need to make my own freaking dentist appointments and I can't. Like I'm scared to. And I know that's like so like, oh, everyone says that, but bitch, I don't want to fucking call up the dentist and make my appointment. I also don't want to pay for my dentist appointment. What do you mean? Like, I know you get like a little bit of money back, but like, bro, can that shit just be free? Like, come on, does the government want us to walk around with no teeth? Is that what they want? Like, make every dental thing free, please. Like, otherwise, do you want Australia to be the no teeth country? Is that what you want? Like, please, just make it for free. Like, even other things, like, even like braces and shit, like, I swear it should just be for free. Like, hello, do you want us to have nice teeth? Like, how, you know what, if I was the Prime Minister, I would say dental, and I know you get money back, and no. Dental care, every single thing in dental care. Fillings, bondings, not veneers, I don't know, because then we're going to look like the British. Braces, all of that should be for free because I want a good looking country. I want a country to look good. I would want, if I was Prime Minister, everything would be based off Australians being the hottest people ever. And apparently we are like one of the hottest countries, but we could be better. Like, for example, when I went to Perth and when I've been like, you know, like Perth and like Gold Coast, because they're all by the beach, they're all by the sun, they're all excellent, like they all just look amazing, they just have an aura to them, like I know they do. Like when I went to Perth, everyone was really tall and fit and tan and like, whoa. But in Melbourne, we're all just like compressed down because like we're just in the cold and like buildings and like no nature and air and like we just all go clubbing and dirty and smoking and like, it's just like, we need to be the hottest country. Like when I went to Greece and like everyone was there was fucking hot. It's like, oh my god, like everyone's hot here. We need that. So we need free dental and including braces, veneers, all that shit. Like fix everyone's teeth up. What other things like? Oh, I guess like we need. Do we need more healthy food options? I know we've got a Porto. Like I don't know. Like maybe we need like Chick-fil-A or something. Like we need more like oh fuck. Oh my god. We need more like healthy food options as well. Like I feel like I just want everyone here to just be like, I want us to be like a mega fit country too. And guys, I'm not being anything about anyone's body, so don't be fucking stupid and be like, oh, you don't got no, okay. I'm just saying like I just want us to be, and me included, I want us to be just like the best looking country that there is. Because if you think about like Australia, think about the sun and the beach, but like people are forgetting about Melbourne. Melbourne is like fucking like New York, I guess. Like it's just cold and buildings and no sunlight and we're just being harassed by this state. So I just feel like if I was Prime Minister, I would like be like, okay, Australians need to be the best looking. So that starts with dental care, free dental care for everybody, free braces, whatever the fuck. Anytime you need your teeth fixed, like just go. You don't even have to pay when you go to the dentist. You go to the dentist and, you know, you swipe it. Like I know there's like Medicare or whatever. Like I get it, but like guys, braces aren't free. Okay, and that's not fair that some people don't get to have like straight teeth just because it's expensive. Like I had to go to freaking Melbourne Uni Dental Clinic because it was too expensive. So my mum took me and Arthur because we both had to get our braces. We went and got our braces done by uni students. So my braces took so freaking long. I had the biggest smile of kids, but I had a freaking screw put in my mouth that didn't need to be there because this guy wanted to use me for his end of year project. Sorry to my orthodontist. I know you were using me for your end of year like final assessment. That's why you put a freaking screw in my mouth that I didn't damn need. Oh, I remember the feeling of it being screwed into my thing. Oh my god, into my jaw. But I had the biggest manicures done to me, bro. So this guy would have like the sickest like freaking like whatever the hell like thing they do at the end of the year, like their folio shit. Because it was too expensive to get braces. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be that way. Everyone should be able to get braces for free, and you shouldn't have to go through some long process to, like, be like, please. And also, like, mental health services, like therapy and shit, and, like, psychology, like, that shit should be free as well, because do you want us to all be sane? We should all be hot, have good teeth, and be sane. Like, do you know what I mean? What other things could we have, though? I guess, like, more holidays, like, a shorter work week, like, I guess that would be good if we had, like, a shorter work week, and it was split into, like, 4 days, and then like some people do the 4 days and other people do the 3 days, but everyone has like a solid 4 or 3 days off of work, so they have time to work on their own things. That would also be probably good for the economy. Like, people could work on their own businesses or like other fucking shit, maybe, I don't know. And then also it might give people more jobs, because like the people who work 4 days now, we need 3 days for other people, so maybe people can get more work. I don't know, guys. Like, I'm just creating the perfect society out here. Like, if I was a prime minister as well, I wouldn't be like bullied by the country. I would be like, no, this is how it goes. Because everything I do would be right, obviously. Like, I would know what to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't do any molecular things, and I wouldn't be bullied by any other country, because it's like, try and get us over here in Australia. Like, try. Like, it's a freaking like 24-hour flight, bitch. Try. Also because everyone's gonna be really fit and hot here. If anything goes wrong, like, we'll just all be at the border, like, with our muscles, like, you know, like, ready to go. I feel like someone's gonna get mad at me talking about this. Like, you know, when you can just tell, like, someone's gonna be like, this is so... I'm gonna crash out. I love people. Trust me, I love people. But at the same time, like, it's... Being on the internet's made me realize, like, sometimes I'm like, the internet shouldn't exist. We shouldn't know the stupidity that's out there. We shouldn't know about the stupid fucking people. Okay. I don't want to know that there are people, like, okay, I feel bad for people who are around those people. I've talked to someone who... You know, like, when you see, like, annoying people on the internet that, like, get mad at everything, like, you know, if those people exist in real life too. I didn't think they existed in real life, because I'm not around people like that. I know someone who literally has friends like that, and they're like, oh my god, it's so draining, because then I'm like, I would not be friends with them. Like, I didn't know those people actually existed. I thought that was just on the internet for, like, people wanting to be coming home after a long day of work and thinking, I just want to be sensitive and annoying. No, those people actually fucking exist. And that would be draining, and I just can't be around people like that. Like, I can't, like, sometimes I'm around people, I'm just like, this isn't... How is your life any fun when you're like this? Like, you should just take things a little bit more easy. We are so blessed. We are so blessed with our circumstances. So much more blessed, and I think these people don't realize. Like, obviously, there's so many effed up things happening across the world. We are so blessed with our circumstances. And I'm not saying, obviously, everyone can have issues, but we're so blessed that it's like, why would you want to fucking make issues? Like, you are so blessed that you got to live the life that you live. Like, all these freaking kids whose parents are freaking rich as fuck, and then they try and... Anyway. You're so blessed with your circumstances, so why do you want to make your life harder and make other people's lives harder? You should be focused on... I'm so lucky that I've been given this life and these opportunities. Let me make something good with that, and let me enjoy it. Because there are other people out there who wish they had your life, who wish they had your circumstances, who wish they lived in a country or something like that. Like, do you know what I mean? And that's not saying, like, oh my god, Annalise, are you, like, patriotic for Australia? Like, no, I don't really give a fuck, bitch. Like, it's not about that. It's more just, like, I feel like people should be more grateful for their situations. You know what I mean? Like, of course you can complain about things and, like, whatever. But just practice a little bit more of being grateful. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just try. Like, stop, like, using your time to get online and freaking harass people and talk about... Like, stop doing that. How about you get online and make a funny little joke and do your outfit check and go about your life and just be a blessing to your friends and family and love people and do the things that you enjoy, okay? Because you don't know what could happen next week. You don't know what could happen in a year from now. Like, just enjoy your life. And that's also how I try and live my life too, which is why I even said, like, I don't have, like, I don't really look too far in the future, because obviously you should do that, and maybe my opinion will change in a year when my frontal cortex shit eventually develops fully. But, okay, can you not make that noise? I was humbling. But it's like, just enjoy the life you've been given now. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and have fun with it. And you're never going to be this young again. Like, I realize I'm not going to be this young tomorrow. Like, yesterday I was younger than I was today. Like, every day you get older, so it's like, you may as well just enjoy. And also, don't stick around with people that make you feel shitty. Like, if you're in a situation where you are feeling bad, you need to just remove yourself and go do things that you enjoy and love. And I've just been hanging around my friends so much this week. Oh, I feel so grateful for my friends. I've been, like, with a different friend every single day, and, like, it made me realize, oh my God, like I have not been appreciating the fact that I've got these people that I can go and physically see. Like, yes, I can text them. Yes, I can whatever. I can go and physically sit with these people and talk. It has been so long since I've just gone and been with a friend and hung out with a friend. Like, I don't do that anymore. Like, I'm just always on my phone. And it's like, I forgot about the privilege it is to go and drive to my friend's house and sit with them for 3 hours talking shit in real life and not waiting for them to respond on text or not waiting for them to respond to a reel. Like, literally going and being with them. It's such a blessing. And I feel like we need to appreciate that more. We need to get off our phones. Obviously, we love being on our phones or whatever, like at nighttime, it's so fun. But like, we need to like go and do things and be with our friends. Even if you can't be fucked, I don't like doing things at night. Like, I hate it. Like, I'll go to a rave, but otherwise, I don't like it. But you never come back from being out with your friends thinking, oh, I shouldn't have gone. Like, what a waste of time. Like, no, you come back thinking, oh my God, that was actually so fun. I had a good experience. Or like, sometimes like I am so, when it comes to spending money on food, I'm a fucking tight ass. It's so bad. Okay, I will spend money on a juicy bag, on an outfit. I will spend money buying my friends clothes. I will like presents. I don't give a shit. Physical things. When it comes to food, I hate it, guys. I hate spending money on food. Like, it makes me shaky. But you know how many times that stopped me from going out to a dinner? And Olivia, if you're watching this, that's not the reason I'm not coming to your birthday dinner next week, okay? I'm coming to the club after that, period. But that's not the reason I'm coming to the dinner. But, like, it stopped me so many times because it gives me anxiety. Like, I have, like, a food anxiety too about, like, I don't know if you guys relate, but I have, like, weird food anxieties where I don't like eating food outside of my house. Like, it takes a lot for me to eat outside of the house. Like, I don't eat at other people's houses rarely. Like, I just don't feel comfortable unless it's in a packet because I'm like really scared of like things being dirty or a hair being in my food and stuff. Like, I get really nervous. I get really nervous about sharing food with people because sometimes I feel like people, I'm like, no, I don't want to share your food. And other times I don't want them to share my food. And also I'm scared that they think I'm gross sharing their food. Like, I just have a lot of food anxiety shit. Like, it stopped me so many times from going out to group dinners. Like, I hate group dinners because I don't like the sharing food concept. And I'm sorry to admit it. Like, I know people are like, oh, let's do the sharing food thing. Like, we'll get this, I'll get that, we'll swap. Like, I don't like it. No. I want to have my own food because I don't want you putting your fork on my things and I don't put my fork on your things and you think like, I don't fuck with that shit. No, like, if I get something, I like have my plate to myself. And also it's like about fairness too. It's like, if we all get a bunch of shares, someone's going to eat more than other people. I don't want to eat more than other people because I feel bad. And I don't want, like, I've been out at dinner sometimes where there's been shared plates. And because I get nervous to eat in front of other people, I'm going really slow because I get nervous. Otherwise, I normally eat really, really fast, yeah. But I go slow because I'm getting nervous, also because I'm yapping. And then one time I went to Korean barbecue, I'm not joking, I had like 3 bites of food because by the time I was feeling confident enough to take the food, everyone else had smashed it. And I'm like, oh, I don't want it because I don't want to be that person. But I'm like, oh my God, that's why I just want to get my own plate. So, unpopular opinion, I don't like sharing food at restaurants. I like to have my own plate. And like, if I'm like, okay, maybe I'll be like, oh, do you want to, like, but I don't want to bite of this. The only one I've ever been really, I'm okay sharing my food is my best friend, Sienna. Like, we can, like, share food together. I don't mind. Like, we can eat out of the same HSB. And also Josh. Like, I'm okay sharing food with Josh. But otherwise, I'm not really, or, like, for some reason, like, my little brothers, like, I'm okay, like, with them. Like, I don't know why. Like, my brother Alex, when he eats pizza, I would eat his crust. How fucking weird is that? Otherwise, I can't with anyone else. Like, I just can't do it. It's just really weird how it's, like, my little brothers. But maybe because they're, like, younger than me and I, like, was with them when they were babies, that like, because I feel like with your kids you wouldn't care about your kids, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, actually maybe my brother Ark, you know, he's getting older, like, no, I'm not sharing your food. But anyways, so that's just like an unpopular opinion of mine, and like, I don't know if anyone's gonna be offended at that, but like, so anyways, as I was saying, like, I get anxiety about like going out to group dinners, but also like I hate spending money on food. Like, I hate when I go to a dinner and it's like fucking $90 per person. Like, I'm sorry, I could have bought freaking like an IMG set for that. Like, are you serious? $90? Like, I don't want to spend $90 on food. I would rather go and get the cheapest thing, and that's an issue for me because it's like, why do I not want to spend money on what's going into my body? Like, why do I care more about what's going on the outside of it? Like, I should care more about putting actual nice food. Like, when you go out to a dinner and you get like a nice steak, like, that's actually good. Like, that's really nice to go and get that as opposed to just getting like a freaking cheap Hungry Jack's burger. Like, do you know what I mean? Even though like I would rather spend $2 on a burger and then like 80 freaking $8. Why can't I do math just then? $88 on an outfit. Do you know what I mean? But like, it's so toxic, guys. Like, I need to get over it. But anyways, I've never come back from a dinner after friends and thought I wish I didn't go to that. Like, I always have a good time. Except for the time I got the fucking Korean barbecue and I had 3 bites of food because everyone else smashed it before me, and that is another reason why I just can't. No. I don't like going to Korean barbecue unless it's maybe like with me and another person. But even then when I would go with Josh, like, because he was a guy, I'd want him to like, oh, he gets hungry, so I'll make sure he gets most of the food, and either I'll end up hungry myself, or I just get nervous. I don't really like Korean barbecue. It makes me like get anxious. Like, I just want the food on the plate in front of me. But I also get nervous eating out because I've had a hair on my food so many times. It's like, you attract it. Like, you attract what you're scared of. And I realize I'm scared. But like, you know what I mean? Anyways, So that was just like a little rant, but yeah, going on like just you never regret going out with your friends. Like guys, I know sometimes it's like CBF and you want to cancel, and like I've always been the person to cancel as well. Like it wasn't always, but I've been the person to cancel, and I'm done canceling because I never end up actually. Why do I keep bashing that? I don't know. Oh my god, that was like really like old humor of me being like that. You know when someone like just like I'm so random. Anyway, but yeah, I'm just trying to like be better about like doing stuff with my friends, like going out with my girlfriends to a rave tonight, and like I'm really excited, but. Guys, I want to talk to you about stuff, but maybe next podcast because I'm doing them once a fortnight. So I'll update you in a fortnight's time what's going on with me, but I feel like you guys are gonna figure it out. But anyways, yeah. So that's all I wanted to talk about this week. I'm sorry that this is shorter than other podcast episodes, but it's because I've got other shit on my mind that I feel like I can't express myself properly, and I feel like the things I will normally rant about, it's gonna have like a different kind of thing coming from me, which you guys probably gonna figure this out, but you know what? I love you guys and I don't care if you do. It is what it is. Yeah, I've shared my life online for like 5 years, so it is what it is. Anyways, so that is me wrapping up my episode because I honestly can't think of anything else to talk about. Wait, let's go and see if anyone gave me any more questions because I did see a couple more and I wouldn't mind. Hold on. I wouldn't mind checking it. Let's see, hold on. Okay, because I only put it up like an hour ago. I should have put it up last night, like the other time I did this. Alright, I did get a couple more questions. Hold on, the Wi-Fi is being really, really slow. How to become more confident and outspoken? Interesting that you use outspoken in like a positive way, because I've always thought of outspoken as like a negative thing. As I said earlier, like just with age and with knowing who you are and what you stand for and like what is important to you. I feel like there's been so many times when I've been outspoken and wish I just shut up because I sound like an idiot and stuff. So also just comes with learning a little bit too. But I don't know, just like be confident in yourself, like dress like, you know what helps me like looking like a baddie? When I dress like a baddie and I've got my makeup done, I'm ready to fucking yap anyone's ear off. Like when I was in Greece, oh, this is such a regret of mine. When I was in Greece, so you know this DJ Restricted, we ended up going back to his Airbnb with his girlfriend was there, obviously don't make it weird. I yapped so hard that he literally said that Annalise, you're such a yapper. He called me a yapper multiple times. And I'm thinking, maybe I shouldn't have yapped that hard. Maybe I should have chilled out. I definitely made an impression, but was it a good impression? I don't know. I do think it's like good to be confident and outspoken, but sometimes it's good to learn how to shut up. And I haven't learned that yet, but when I do, I'll let you guys know. How do you deal with anxiety if you do have it? I do have anxiety, and I try not to have it because I try to like get rid of it when I can, because it can really develop into like a crash out. That's where my crash outs come from. I'm more of an anxious person than a depressive person. My a therapist I was seeing for a bit told me, and fuck her because she cut me off, because why do they do that? It's like when things become too serious, they F you off. Like, anyways, I can't even bother getting into it. People are either more depressive or anxious. That's like, you can have both, but you either lean one way or the other. And I'm anxious leaning. Like I'm very rarely depressed. I'm always having like anxiety and stuff. And I try not to because my anxiety leads to like crash outs, overthinking, doing crazy things that I wish I didn't do. I just feel like when you're feeling anxious about a particular thing that happened, give yourself time. You don't even understand how much more chill you're going to feel about it the next day. Like if something happened at nighttime that's making you anxious, making you going to like act out, you need to just do things to calm yourself down. Having a really hot shower, like I like to do physical things. Having a really hot shower, as I said before, like cleaning up my room, online shopping, doing something that gives me like a little bit of a dopamine, enough for me to be like, oh wait, I'm excited about this, and then I'll like try and like sleep it off or distract myself off or like work out, like, oh my god, you know what, doing the stairs at the gym, it freaking kills you, but you are more focused on the fact that you're dying on the stairs and what's happening, than when you're done, you're like, oh, like the dopamine hit I get after I do an hour of the stairs. I know it sounds crazy. The amazingness I feel, the calmness I feel after it is like, I can't compare it to anything. It is so amazing, and it takes you so hard. It's so hard to get through it, but you feel so proud of yourself to like push that mental barrier. But that's kind of how I deal with anxiety. Like I do like to also write things down. Like I'll have like a note thing, like things that I had so much saliva in my mouth, just said ew. Things that are making me anxious this week, and I'll like write down or like what's making me anxious right now. I'll write down like 4 things, and 3 of them will be the stupidest things. Like it'll be like, oh, I'm scared this online order went missing. Like it'll be so dumb, but it's causing me a little tinge. So I write it down, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna leave this, and then I come back to it a week later. Half the time I just end up deleting the note because I'm like, half the shit doesn't even make me anxious. Like I'll either write under, sometimes write under it what would make me feel better, or like if one of the things fixed, I'll go back in. All right, this is solved. Now I'll go wait for the 3 other things. Just little things like that. I feel like otherwise, like I just feel like letting it pass, talking to a friend, like. But I do also just get anxiety, and I try not to because it can affect your cortisol levels, which can make you sick, which can make you. People are going to be mad when I say this, but it can make you gain weight too. And I'm just like, no, that's like the last thing I need right now when I'm crashing out. So I'm really trying to like keep myself calm. No one get mad because I said that, guys. I'm like nervous about, I get so nervous about body talk because people are obviously can be sensitive, but I've talked about it before. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with saying like someone's skinny, someone's chubby, whatever, like because it's just descriptor words. And I don't really care what anyone else is because I think everyone's beautiful before anything else because everyone is God's children. That's just the way my brain is. I don't, like, for example, my dad is chronically obese. I have never looked at my dad in my life and thought, this guy's so hideous and big. Like, no, that's my dad. Like, I've never like looked at him in a bad way. Like, I've never looked at like someone like that. So don't ever think that I'm thinking like that from where I'm at because I've been bigger than this. I've been like 7 kilos bigger than this and I wasn't confident in myself and that's just fact. So I'm not going to be like scared to say I don't want to gain weight from now. Like if I do gain weight, like it is what it is. I'm not going to like neck myself. But like right now, because I'm in my crash out era, that's the last thing I need, okay? Moving on, whatever. Okay, are you a party girl because you rave but I can't picture on a bender because you seem healthy? Yeah, I don't do benders and I'm mostly sober at every rave I go to. Like I don't like, okay, so the reason I'm mostly sober is a few things. So I don't like getting Ubers because it's so expensive, especially now that I've moved. I hate Ubers and no one else wants to be the designated driver because no one else can do it. I can go to rave sober and have the best time of my life. That's just because I'm enjoying the music so much. I don't like drinking too much because lately every time I drink I get really sick. I either throw up or I feel sick for days. So I've kind of struggled. And like also I'm getting recognized by people so much at raves and like BTV and shit, like so much. Someone coming up to me and me being off my face or something is such a bad look and I don't know what stupid thing I'm going to say. So I've just kind of learned, yeah, it's better to be sober and be myself and be sure about what I'm doing than it is to be on any other kind of level. And that's just the fact. I don't really do benders because I do get tired because I'm sober most of the time. So I end up getting really tired. That's why I was like literally sitting on the floor at pitch. And to this day, I think everyone around me probably thought this chick is mangled, but I promise I was so tired. I can't, it was really, I've never been that physically tired in my life. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, like, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks from now. I'll update you on whatever's happening, but I do want to eventually get a guest in. So my first debut episode when it's at my house, I will be trying to have a guest. So 2 weeks from now, I'm going to do it here, but I'm still like deciding if I want to do it at my house because I kind of really love this setup and like, I don't mind bringing it. Like I could just bring a guest to my grandma's house. Is that weird? Like, I don't know, but I don't mind this setup. And like, I do think it'll give me like having the content room in my house. Like I'd be able to do other things in there too, which would be really exciting. But yeah, I'm trying to think about it because, yeah, this obviously looks really great. And I'd have, like, it would be good, though, if I had a content room in my house. I could just go there anytime to film. But also my grandma's house, it's so quiet. So I'm in the stage right now where I'm literally considering, like, leaving this here at my grandma's. But then it's like I've got a content house. I've got a content room and podcast room. But, like, that's kind of sick. Like, I low-key love having this as my podcast room because, honestly, this didn't work as a content space. Like, I didn't like the content I was making in it. So if that is the case, guys, then we're going to have to literally film, like, a content space makeover at my house, which is so crazy. Anyways, guys, that's the end of the podcast. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you follow my TikTok, Niknok'D123. If you're not, if you're just going to Instagram, or follow my Instagram of this Niknok'D podcast. That's where I'm going to be putting up questions. I'll try and do the questions every episode because it just helps me roll into it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace and love. Bye.